6 months before you start requesting help, Apophis starts speaking to you more intense, and you start to get these voices basically telling you, if you get released, you're going to kill people. You as a man felt, if I get released, these things will happen. And you were trying to tell people and warn people and basically stop it from happening. And they basically didn't commit you. And if you want to talk about why, Nikko.
Okay. I'll tell you the reason why I didn't get committed, because it was a governmental conspiracy, and there was a doctor by the name of Dr. Mark Weilich. He is a psychologist. He lied to the county attorney and withheld my evaluation that I sent to Shaq 360. He has this in his possession, the evaluation that my doctor, Natalie Baker, evaluated me 3 months before I was released. And basically what happened was, in my Dr. Baker's evaluation, she documents that just so I cut into my face again, slivers of war. I had stitches above and below my right eye. I was refusing to let them take stitches out my eye.
I'm sorry, Nikko. Can I cut you off for one quick second, bro? Is that okay?
Yeah.
May I ask, Nikko, how in solitary and all that were they letting you get razors, bro? And how was it keep happening? I mean, I even watched a news clip on the judge even asked, how was this still happening?
Okay. Well, the times that I cut into my face, I used my glasses. Actually, I was able to get razors from like other inmates and stuff like that. And sometimes some of the guards would give them to me too. Some of the guards that were cool would give them to me because I would do scarification tattoos.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
So they basically weren't tripping. They were like, man, if he kills himself, whatever. They weren't really tripping like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry to cut you off, Nikko, but yeah.
Okay. Well, Dr. Weilich, he intentionally lied to the Johnson County Attorney, Richard R. Smith, who called up to come to prison and asked him about many dangerous. And at the time my evaluation from Dr. Natalie Baker revealed, she said in the evaluation that at this time the patient appears to be really dangerous and really needing a civil commitment to ensure the safety of others. And she also documented that I told her about human sacrifice to a promise, that I was pledging to be his avenger, and that I was going to commit a human sacrifice upon my release. And that's why she said that I would be legally committed to the hospital, meaning I would be sent to the hospital upon my release. But when the Johnson County Attorney, Richard R. Smith, called up to the prison and asked was I really dangerous, Mark Weilich intentionally withheld to give the evaluation of Natalie Baker to the county attorney, so that I didn't get in front of the Board of Mental Health. Because if I would have got in front of the Board of Mental Health, and the 7 Nebraska senators uncovered this conspiracy as well. So what I'm telling you, everybody, about Dr. Mark Weilich intentionally withheld my evaluation from the county attorney, Richard R. Smith, I'm not lying about that. I'm not just coming to the side of my neck. I got 7 Nebraska senators to support that. That's what happened.
I vouch for it. I read the documents, Nikko, and you know, you're absolutely correct. And I mean, it's shocking to see. It's shocking to read that this one, that you basically had 4 doctors stating the same thing. You had multiple doctors over the years, and they all basically concluded Axis 1, Axis 2 conditions, and they basically were all in agreement that Nikko needs help. This one doctor, and this goes back to politics. Yeah, this goes back to politics. I'm sorry, go ahead, Nikko.
I said one thing about me being diagnosed with schizoaffective bipolar type, that diagnosis means that I'm schizophrenic with a mood disorder. So I'm basically bipolar and schizophrenic.
Right. And on top of that, there is an actual law in the state of Nebraska that basically states anyone asking to be committed and exhibiting certain things, which you were exhibiting all of them, by the way, they should be committed and they have a right to be committed. And they basically denied you this right. And you know, people talk, you know, critical about the police or the government or anything. It's like, you know, a citizen is a citizen, but when someone's in the government, they take an oath, they have a standard that they have to follow, and they have the law that they have to go by. And when they go ahead and deny people their rights, and they deny people, you know, things that are afforded to them by law, I mean, that's why we talk about it. You know, that's why we talk bad about these people, right? And I just want everyone to know that Nikko had every right to be committed, as a prisoner as any person in the state. And his mom even tried to help him like any mother would do for their son, and he was denied. And Dr. Wheelich worked for the department there, corrections in Nebraska. So you need to understand, these other doctors were basically third party neutral bodies, and this doctor worked for the Department of Corrections, and they have their own agenda, people. And if you guys think that they don't, you guys don't know about the world. All right, they got their own agenda that they're trying to push. And there's not, it's not one rogue Dr. Wheelich. It's not, a mistake he forgot to do this. This guy intentionally withheld this information so that Nikko would not be able to get the treatment that he needed and was afforded by law.
Exactly, exactly. And the thing about it, the thing about that is that makes it so bad about what happened was that he had to do that. The administration of Robert Houston was the director. I was writing directly to the director, man. My evaluation, my grievance. I was writing my grievance directly to the director of prison at the time, Robert Houston. They all were aware of this, but they felt that I was just a no good shooting kid. Came from North Omaha, mostly concentrated black neighborhood. I was black man. I was young black dude that was gangbanging. They thought I was going to go back to North Omaha and hurt my own kind, and that it wasn't going to have no kind of repercussions or any kind of consequences for their environment. But the sad part was that where Andrew Culver got killed at 168th and 4th Street, that's a rich white neighborhood, a rich, prominent white neighborhood. And she was found laying in the middle of the street with her eyes blew out her head and bullets ripping out her face and her head and very brutally murdered. So what they didn't understand, that's why this racist motivation has come about for them to put me on death row, try to kill me and legally shut me up and sweep this controversy and this conspiracy under the rug, because they know that they were responsible for this, but they would never think that it was going to come into their environment, into their community. But it came, but their lies and their evil came back to haunt them. It came back to haunt them in their community.